Today we shall continue our discussion on financial inclusion and talking more of the intertwined pillars to achieve a responsive financial inclusion. So stay tuned and subscribe to our channel. Pillar 1: National Financial Inclusion and Fintech Policy and Strategy. Financial inclusion spans a wide range of topics and stakeholders. FICP activities under Pillar 1 focus on providing holistic assessments and strategies for financial inclusion, providing assistance to clients on how to approach financial inclusion, with increasing focus on digital financial inclusion and leveraging fintech to promote financial inclusion in a comprehensive and systematic manner, and how to align across a range of different actions to work towards achieving the broader goal of financial inclusion. Technical offerings under Pillar 1 include Financial Sector Assessment Programs, SAPs. These assessments, conducted in collaboration with IMF, systematically examine levels of access to finance, including through digital means, sustainability and diversity of providers, including innovative providers, the range of appropriate products currently available in the market, and national policies and programs with respect to financial inclusion. National Financial Inclusion Strategies, NFIS. This is technical assistance to design and implement national or subnational roadmaps and action plans to achieve financial inclusion objectives, including through digital financial services. Data infrastructure and measurement. This is support to develop data infrastructure and measurement systems for financial inclusion, including via national demand-side financial inclusion surveys, supply-side data collection to support measurement towards financial inclusion strategy targets, geospatial mapping initiatives for financial inclusion and KPI development, as well as approaches to measure digital financial service/fintech related data for financial inclusion purposes, particularly for providers that fall outside of traditional regulatory perimeters. Women in Finance, tools to address the issue of women in financial inclusion. Pillar 2: Financial Products and Providers for Underserved Segments. Activities under Pillar 2 focus on direct technical assistance to implement policy reforms specific to products or providers that benefit underserved segments, including women and rural populations. Technical offerings under this pillar include innovative products focused on the underserved. Technical assistance on expanding the range of products appropriate for the underserved individuals and MSMEs, by helping clients conduct demand-side research to better inform design and delivery of appropriate products and services for the rural underserved. Innovative providers focused on the underserved. Technical assistance on enabling the entry and operation of innovative providers that serve underserved individuals and MSMEs through assessment of new providers and developing enabling regulatory frameworks and supervisory activities that are proportionate to their scope and type of activity. Strengthen competition and expand access points. Support on regulatory and supervisory reforms to open up access and ensure level playing field for banks and non-bank or non-traditional service providers, such as telecoms companies, fintech firms, post offices, cooperatives and agent networks. Pillar 3: Financial Consumer Protection. Financial consumer protection is a critical complement to financial inclusion, in order to ensure that financial inclusion benefits consumers, especially those consumers new to the formal financial sector, and does not expose them to potential harm. We provide technical assistance in full range of consumer protection topics including disclosure, market conduct supervision, data protection, and dispute resolution. Technical offerings under Pillar 3 include Financial Consumer Protection Diagnostics, comprehensive diagnostics in financial consumer protection, assessing existing legal and institutional frameworks and market practices against the good practices for financial consumer protection. Institutional arrangements, technical assistance on strengthening institutional mandates for financial consumer protection, advising on institutional arrangements and coordination mechanisms across financial sector authorities working on financial consumer protection. Financial Consumer Protection Legal Framework, technical assistance in drafting financial consumer protection regulation to cover the full range of FCP issues, e.g. regarding FSP's conduct, disclosure, internal complaints handling etc., whether via product or provider-specific regulation or umbrella FCP regulation. Market conduct supervision. Technical assistance on market conduct, advising on the development of supervisory strategies, manuals, and reporting templates, and providing supervisory training, risk assessment frameworks. Disclosure and transparency. Technical assistance in drafting disclosure regulation, designing key facts statements for an increasing range of products, e.g. consumer credit, current accounts, insurance, collective investment schemes, and conducting consumer testing of key facts statements, as well as adapting disclosure and transparency for DFS, e.g. digital disclosure. Fair treatment and business conduct regulation. Technical assistance and tools in the areas of product governance and suitability, as well as in appropriate policy approaches to address over-indebtedness. Accessible and effective channels for alternative dispute resolution, ADR. Technical assistance on ADR mechanisms, including advising on legal frameworks for ADR schemes, e.g. jurisdiction, legal powers, establishing ADR schemes, e.g. governance, funding arrangements, structure, staffing, and providing trainings on ADR operations and processes. Data privacy and protection. Technical assistance tools to help countries apply existing principles to the financial sector, with adaptations to address new risks posed by fintech and DFS, such as risks related to big data, alternative credit scoring, discrimination, consent, algorithmic governance, etc. Pillar 4, Financial Capability and Behavioral Insights. Financial capability is the internal capacity to act in one's financial interest, given socioeconomic and environmental conditions. It encompasses the knowledge, attitudes, skills, and behaviors of consumers with regard to managing their resources and understanding, selecting, and making use of financial services that fit their needs. The FICP team leverages insights from research on financial capability and behavioral economics, and provides strategic advice to authorities on how to approach financial capability and use financial capability to make financial inclusion efforts more effective through targeted actions that complement programs, reforms, and regulations, including those related to consumer protection. Technical offering under this pillar include identifying large-scale opportunities to incorporate financial education messages into existing programs and interventions to improve financial outcomes of target populations, especially where these are critical populations for financial inclusion objectives, such as recipients of social transfer programs or programs focused on women's access to finance. Financial capability interventions to complement policy reforms and regulations related to financial inclusion, digital finance and fintech, consumer protection, and related topics. Support to national authorities to develop a strategic approach to financial capability reflecting behavioral insights and best practices, as part of a broader strategic approach to financial inclusion and digital finance. Pillar 5, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, MSMS, Finance. Policymakers often lack efficient processes to monitor data on the supply of credit to MSMEs. The lack of realistic definitions for MSMEs, combined with the complexity and heterogeneity of the segment, make MSME finance very elusive to monitor. This limits the capacity of regulators to identify market gaps, as well as overheated segments which may signal risks for stability. The FICP team provides technical tools to policymakers to conduct supply-side diagnostics on a systematic basis, not as a one-off analysis of the market, but as a comprehensive process to identify risks and gaps in the market and to communicate the results to other stakeholders. Hope you have learned a lot. If yes, congratulations. So therefore remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell icon to get notified for other videos from our channel.
Finance videos that will help you grow abundantly, so stay tuned. With that said, I'll see you in the next one.
We provide financial knowledge to grow, so ensure to subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.